Dang! Uh-oh. I am sick. Yoki just took out Pride. Don't! No, man! Oh! Oh! Oh my god! That's the craziest thing I have ever seen in the show. This is the same room that Roy killed Lust in! Welcome back to another Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood video. Today we have episode 53. So I'm coming straight on from last episode. Don't be fooled by the fact I'm wearing a different shirt. I just had to change it to something a bit looser. It's pretty damn hot today. But what an epic episode, right? The fights were epic. The transitions were epic. The music, the animation, everything was epic. It just made me so happy. These are the moments in the shows that you look back on and you remember with such fondness, just how much everything has just accumulated up to points like this. So I'm just going to continue enjoying this as much as I can. But we find ourselves in a pretty similar position, honestly, to the start of last episode. May is still down in the tunnels with Envy. The Armstrong siblings are still dealing with Sloth and they're trying to come to some sort of terms with the soldiers so they can fight the zombies together. Roy and Hawkeye have turned up to help Ed, Scar and the Chimeras fight the zombies. And Yoki and Marco have helped rescue Heinkel and Alphonse from Pride, who has consumed Kimberly. So again, so many epic things that could potentially happen this episode. I can't wait to see them. So I'm going to get into the episode now. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. F you, microphone. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Episode 53.
I heard the Flame Alchemist turned enemy of the state. Are you sure about that?
Roy turned enemy of the state.
Do I understand you correctly, Mrs. Bradley?
Oh!
Mrs. Bradley?
It's Bradley's wife.
That's right. Our own military. They attempted to have me killed.
Good, good! Flame of vengeance?
Someone gave out that order? They actually pointed their guns at you?
They did.
Oh, this is huge.
Specifically said to shoot me and Colonel Mustang's men. It was awful.
Oh, this is big, big time.
I imagine you must be relieved that your son is traveling with his father.
Ha!
I haven't been able to contact
Oh, she doesn't know. Dude, poor Mrs. Bradley.
that poor woman.
This is Leo.
Seems all right.
Please try to remain calm.
A coup d'etat? The fools of the...
Dude, everyone's hearing this.
If Colonel Mustang hadn't saved me, I'm certain they would have killed me.
Oh, that's huge.
Sounds as though Colonel
Oh, Fura Roy is coming.
Mustang. If it's not too difficult, do you
Look at him. Look at Havoc.
She doesn't know Salim's a homunculus?
Damn it, they're all here with it.
Someone should tell her?
How can we? We still haven't even told her that Fear Bradley is missing.
There's something we haven't told Mrs. Bradley yet, but she needs to hear it.
Oh.
Peter was returning to Central, but his train was blown up. I'm sorry, but we have yet to find him.
I'm sure he's okay, but like, this poor woman. Yeah, she's done. Oh my. Dude, she's been through a lot, man.
Fainted. What exactly did you mean when you said that you have yet to find the Führer?
What do you think that means, man? We haven't found him.
This first. The colonel suspected the senior staff of foul play. So with the Führer's train having been bombed, and the orders given to assassinate Mrs. Bradley, his suspicions were confirmed.
Yep.
We know for a fact, someone's attempting to overthrow the government. Listen, you fool! I want that broadcast shut down!
Yeah, yep, this is the same guy that said kill Bradley's wife.
Only would they taken the whole studio hostage. We're sitting here with lucky that we're still alive.
I love it.
Mustang on the phone! I want to speak to that
He's not there, man. He's doing...
Mustang? He's
Dude, this guy is an actor. Get wrecked, Kremen.
How was my performance?
That's a 10 out of 10 for me.
We now have an exclusive message from one of Colonel Mustang's men.
so Colonel Mustang.
What if it's Roy and Brosh is listening? I mean, Ross.
Giving our support to Colonel Mustang. We may be
Who is it, Brosh?
but that won't stop us from protecting the legacy of the Führer. We'll do everything we can to stop these traitors.
And she's talking about Roy. And Brosh thinks Roy killed Ross. Yes! Oh, we needed that. We needed that.
Brilliant play, Mustang.
advantage of the Fuhrer's absence and using his influence any way you like to suit your needs. Let's keep our fingers crossed that
Aw.
Nick accepts it.
I'll talk briefly about Grumman. A couple of you pointed out that perhaps Grumman's inner thoughts a few episodes ago were strictly just what Miles was thinking, right? He was just being very cautious of the situation, and perhaps Grumman doesn't want to actually, you know, jump in and try and take over the government at the end of the day. But we'll stay open-minded about that. I'm still not entirely sure, but that seemed like a cool moment for Grumman.
Mustangs men say that they're trying to prevent an uprising.
Roy Mustang is telling the truth.
Let's go.
We've just arrived in Central from east of Mistress. We witnessed the wreckage of the Fuhrer's train with our own eyes. It is true.
Yep.
Of your country
Yep.
is missing, and no one has even informed you yet?
Our Fuhrer could be dead for all we know.
Roy is coming in.
Such a thing.
If they storm the radio station and kill Mrs. Bradley, then we'll know it's the senior staff. Salim, but what about little Salim?
What about little Salim? They don't know. Oh, this is massive. Yo, Bradley's wife is clutch.
I want a detailed rundown. Now go ahead.
The brick soldiers, they actually have it.
Hey, what's
Wait. Izumi?
ridiculous? That's impossible.
What do they have?
They need a tank to breach the main gate.
Haha, they've got a tank. Oh! I love Briggs so much.
Could lend you a hand, Fullmetal.
It's time. It's time.
Just managed to make new friends everywhere you go.
Yep. And Scar.
That Scar?
You forget, you know, who knows what about everyone.
Last time we were here, Lieutenant. As I recall, you were crying over me.
Yes!
See that softer side of you more often.
The last thing I'm gonna do is start crying for you now. Useless.
Good.
Save your banter for later. Kill these things. Hey, don't you dare give me orders.
He's right. Just start shooting at these white guys.
Bullets won't even slow him down!
Not again. How else do we kill them?
Fire.
Oculi?
Yes, sir! Ed won't like this, but, like, it's what needs to be done in this instance. Oh, that's a crazy shot. Oh my, and it's that easy for Roy. All gone. All gone.
They were the enemy. It had to be done.
Don't get too angry. Yeah. Yeah. It do be like that.
Yammering around, damn it!
Let's go. Alka history. Haha. Sit down, Envy. Oh, not yet. Oh, they can hear her. Oh, she's close. Oh, good. This is the first time they've seen May in months as well.
Is that May?
Roy, it's the same room as Lust, and Roy is here, and it's Envy.
You guys.
Flame of vengeance.
Damn fool. Why didn't you go back to sea?
Aww. Oh, poor May.
Forget it.
She just wanted to help.
I gotta admit, you guys really made a serious.
Bro, I feel sick.
So then, who gets the pleasure of being first?
I think Envy's dying here.
Envy, right?
Oh!
You're the homunculus who can change his appearance at will.
Wow, you've heard of me. Nice to meet you, Colonel. You're teaming up with him, Scar? You do know that he helped reduce Ishbal to a hell on Earth.
I'm aware of that.
Stop running your mouth, Envy.
You're friends now? You guys are no fun at all. Look at the two of you. You obviously want to kill each other, so do it.
There really is nothing quite like watching fools dig their own graves. Especially when that fool is an arrogant homunculus who's too stupid to see what he's doing.
Okay.
I've humored you long enough. So how about you answer a question of mine? I want you to tell me who killed Mace Hughes.
Oh my god!
And I want the truth, homunculus.
Envy's dead.
Maria Ross did. Isn't Isn't that why you burned her to death?
Shut up.
Oh.
Know that she didn't kill him.
Huh? You mean to tell me that you scorched an innocent girl to a pile of ash?
He didn't even kill her.
Nicely done, you monster.
Bro, I'm like shaking.
Outrage.
Quit running your mouth, you idiot.
That's what I'm saying.
You homunculi giving me the runaround when I ask you this question. Tell me the truth or I'll burn it out of you, you worthless scum.
It's the same room he killed Lust in. I can't.
Congratulations, Colonel Mustang.
Stop it.
Finally hunted down your culprit.
Kill him. Kill him. Kill him.
You're saying that you killed Hughes?
You just killed yourself, Envy.
You could pull that off.
Huh?
Moron! Tell me who the real moron is here, because I don't think it's me. I prefer to use that term for someone who falls for a cheap trick like this.
Oh. Yep. Yep.
You should see your face! Oh, you're not gonna believe this, but that was the same look on Hugh's face when I shot him.
You are digging your own grave, Envy.
Confusion. You could see every emotion he felt as his own wife shot him.
Dude, Envy is a demon.
That's enough.
Yeah, come on, here we go. It's time.
You were stupid enough to confess. Everything you've said is fuel on your funeral pyre.
Yep.
So then, I think I'll begin by burning out your tongues.
Fullmetal.
Yes!
Fullmetal.
Look at Roy! Everyone calm down. Roy versed Envy in the same room he fought last. Oh, it's a one-on-one.
On my own.
It's personal. Look at Roy!
Mine alone.
I don't remember giving you permission to leave.
You're a dead man walking, Envy.
Misery for what you did.
Oh, he's not messing around. Cheap shot.
Keep your eyes on me, Envy. Our conversation is the only one that should concern you. It's kind of interesting how quickly the tongue can be rendered to a bubbling grease. It's surprising how easy it burns, isn't it?
Really think the two of you
Edward, just go.
Damn, he got full named.
This one.
The lieutenant said go, Elric. You've got more important matters to deal with. This won't even be a challenge for him.
That's not exactly what I'm worried about.
Huh? Then what's the problem?
Dogged in your pursuit of Hugh's killer. You're a true friend to the very end.
Here we go. Transform. Oh, I'm so here for this. What are we doing, Roy? Oh my god, he's so big.
Out of respect for your tireless quest for vengeance, I'll give you the fight you're looking for. So you better give it all you
He's just not. Stop talking, Envy.
What's it like having the fluid inside of your eye spoil? I'd imagine it might sting a little.
Damn you!
Yes. Yes. It's so satisfying.
Give me a bigger target. Did you think that size would increase your chance?
Not the double snap. The way they're drawing Roy this episode is nuts.
1,000 deaths before I'm done.
That's right. He's the one who incinerated Lust to death.
In this room. Oh, you absolute. Oh, you
You wait here, Lieutenant.
running away.
Take care of him myself.
Okay, I'm nervous for Hawkeye here now. Stupid Envy ruining the moment.
And the further we get,
So Darius saying the tubes are like veins here is a very interesting line. Because you notice the pipes, right? There's so many pipes like going out of Father's room and whatnot. There was some emphasis on them a few episodes ago, but I've never really thought much about it. So that's very interesting. What is...
Talk to you.
it's about the flame, Alchemist, isn't it? It wasn't that long ago that I was a monster. I understand the burning desire for revenge all too well. The way he's headed, he will destroy himself in the flames of hatred. And it's doubtful that he will ever recover.
What? I'm not okay with that. Oh, that's really interesting, actually. Oh my god. Yeah, look at him. Oh, it's crazy.
Come out now. Otherwise, I'm gonna ignite your bone marrow.
Yeah, this is such a different Roy. He's gonna disguise himself as Hawkeye. No!
Human, he won't tell his friend.
Oh!
What's wrong with you? You didn't even hesitate to incinerate.
Because he knows it's you.
Mace Hughes is dead. That's a fact. You must be a glutton for punishment.
Oh my god. I'm so nervous now after what Scar's just said. Dude, Envy is no match for Roy. That much is evident. Like, is Roy toying with him now? Oh no.
Aiming? Too bad for you. Because I can!
What are we saying, Hawkeye?
Colonel, I'm sorry, but I can't wait.
Oh no. No, I don't like this. She's gonna get caught up in this. Still running. Shit! I'm so nervous. But which one is it? Is it Envy? Is it Hawkeye?
I told you to stay behind, Lieutenant.
I think it's the real one.
He outran me. Stay right by my side, Lieutenant.
Yep, it's Envy. I'm sick. I'm sick right now. Okay, I'm gonna start off by talking about Roy and Hawkeye here based off what Scar was saying, just to get it off my chest. So I'm incredibly nervous for this situation now because it does seem a little bit like Roy is playing with his food. We can understand it, right? There has been so much build up to Roy getting revenge for Hughes's death. We know how much that affected him, how much it's impacted the show, and now we're finally here. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting it to be like Lust. Roy did not mess around with Lust, but Roy is taking his time here. He's saying things like, you will die 1,000 times, go and regenerate yourself. It's clear that Envy is no match for Roy, and Roy is enjoying this, the fact that Envy is helpless and it's not who he is, and I think that is what Scar is talking about. And Ed was alluding to it as well, like when he left Roy to deal with Envy, he's like, I'm not worried about the fight, I'm worried about what it's gonna do to Roy. Scar saying, look, I understand the fuel of revenge, right? Scar spent so much of the show running around killing State Alchemists trying to get revenge for Ishval. And what happened? He lost himself, right? That's a big part of what his master was saying for him. He needs to let go of that hatred. And now Roy's in the same boat. So much hatred towards Envy, he's gonna lose who he is. I don't think Scar is necessarily saying he's going to die, like he's not gonna be consumed by the flames of hatred in that sense. He's gonna lose who he is, right? By going down and doing all of this. And as soon as Hawkeye has run in after Roy, I'm like, gosh, she's gonna get caught up in this somehow. It certainly seems like, I can see this going two ways. It certainly seems like that's Envy, right? At the end, Envy saw Hawkeye, but the thing is, if it was Envy would have just pulled the trigger straight away. And we know Envy can take the appearance of people. You know, she could have taken Hawkeye's guns, that's how she has them, or it could be Hawkeye. Maybe Hawkeye's catching on to this, you know? Like, you are not being yourself. This is not the Roy Mustang that we know. This is not the Roy Mustang we want to be the Fuhrer, right? We understand it, your vengeance for Hughes, we get it, but this is a lot. And the way they were drawing his face, the things he's saying, such a different Roy. But like I said, it's understandable, but that's just such an interesting take on everything. And as I'm thinking more about this, it is just about juxtaposed by the start of the episode. This would be a great time to talk about the start of the episode, I guess then. So Bradley's wife coming in super clutch. The rest of Roy's team have taken her to a radio station where she can be the one, like Roy said, to let Amestris know that they are on the right side, the side of Amestris. The military gave the order to shoot and kill Bradley's wife, Mrs. Bradley, along with Roy and his crew. So all of this is being brought to light. It was shown in the beginning that Amestris like, oh, Roy is, you know, is he turned bad? Is he going against the military? What's going on? And Mrs. Bradley coming in clutch saying, no, the military is going against us. And we see shots all around Amestris of people listening to this and hearing this information, and it puts Roy in such a good light, because we know Roy and Hawkeye were talking about, look, we need to be viewed as war criminals and mass murderers for what we did in Ishval, and that's kind of the direction it was heading in. But now Mrs. Bradley has come in and gone, no, these are the good guys. And poor Mrs. Bradley, like Breda comes in and tells her, look, Bradley's train was blown up and we still haven't found him yet. You know, we know he's a homunculus. Presumably he's still alive. But that was just the last straw for Mrs. Bradley. She's passed out, understandably, right? And she doesn't even know about Salim either. And an interesting thought I had during all of that was that maybe we deal with pride somehow. And unfortunately, I think for Mrs. Bradley, she might lose her husband and her son through this. But I think if she never finds out that either of them are homunculi, that might be a good thing for her. And I thought, at least with Salim, that might be what happens. You know, we might deal with Salim, pride, and the news does get back to Mrs. Bradley, but not that he's a homunculus. That could be interesting. I'm not sure. I think this woman deserves any sort of win that she can get at this point. And I want to draw attention to the Ross and Brosh moment. It just made me so happy. As soon as they panned to Brosh, I knew Ross was going to start talking. And to be talking about Roy in this kind of light, of all things, when Brosh was saying to Armstrong not 1 or 2 episodes ago that, damn, this Roy guy has gone off the rails, like he killed Ross and now he's doing this. No, this is Ross alive talking fondly about Roy, and that's got to do a world of good to Brosh. Like, this man has been through it, so that made me very happy. And Kremen is the military guy who gave the order to kill Mrs. Bradley, who was kind of acting in charge, you know, while Bradley's not there, taking advantage of the situation. And he's on the phone to the radio guy, and he puts on a 10 out of 10 performance, pretending to being held at gunpoint by Roy's men, and they're just having an absolute ball with it. Absolutely hilarious. Nice little pan to Grumman. He seemed very happy with the situation, right? I did talk about that during the episode. Again, I'll just stay open-minded about Grumman. I'm going to choose to think that he's actually a really cool dude, because I really like Grumman's character. We'll see what actually happens with that going forward. Shots of civilians and Ishvalans from the east all talking about Roy, saying, no, the stories are true. You know, we saw the train get blown up. You know, Roy is actually here fighting for Amestris. And at this point, I'm thinking Roy is going to be the Führer. Look at the way Amestris is starting to see him. And it was just making me so happy. And then it's just so harshly paralleled by, you know, the last part of this episode, after Scar puts that idea in our heads that Roy's going to lose who he is potentially, or he's going to lose Hawkeye. It's just something I don't even want to think about, but I'm starting to think that that's a possibility here. But I was so excited for this, for the Roy versus Envy, right? And like I said, I thought it was going to be similar to Lust, right? Roy was just going to not mess around. But Roy straight off the bat just shows how strong he is and how easy it is for him to deal with all these zombies. Just one snap, all of them gone, disintegrated. Again, more about Edward. He did seem a little bit displeased with the situation. And look, Roy did say, look, they were enemies. It had to be done. It is what the situation called for. We know how Ed feels about them. They're still souls. They're still human souls in there. But in that situation, it had to be done. Envy is continuing to chase May. They both fall into the room. And I'm going to say it again for the 100th time. The same room that Roy killed Lust in. And it was getting me so excited. I'm like, here in this room, it would have been perfect. And May and Scar have a very awkward reunion, which makes sense because Scar is just looking after May. Like, I wanted you in Xing. I didn't want you involved in here. Why'd you come back? And May's like, it's like a lot of you were pointing out. I was very upset that May did get tricked by Envy, but part of May obviously did want to come back and help everyone, help her friends, you know, the people that she's bonded with. So when Scar kind of greeted her like that, you know, May was really upset. It made me a bit sad, but like I've been saying, it is what it is. It'll all come around. And after Envy finally stops running his mouth and trying to trick everyone with his words and just being smart, acting like he has any control over this situation, Roy is just very blunt, trying to get to the point, who the hell killed Hughes? And he finally gets his answer, right? And once he knows it's Envy, he's like, everyone else go. It's one-on-one. This is personal. And at this point, I'm still incredibly excited about this because it was just going to be so satisfying. There's been over 40 episodes of build-up for this fight. And now it's potentially just been flipped on his head, and now I don't know how to feel about it. But like I said earlier, straight off the bat, Envy is no match for Roy. Envy transforms and Roy's like, what? You just gave me a bigger target, right? And Envy realizes straight away that he's cooked. He starts running and I'm like, okay, you've ruined the moment, Envy. You've left the room. I wanted Roy to kill you in the same room he killed Lust in. We come full circle with all of that. And Envy, being an absolute coward, just starts running away. Usually when I do these discussions, I go back through the episode to make sure I don't miss anything, but almost all of this has just been off the top of my head. I've just been ripping things out that come into my mind, and it's been very easy, so I've only just started going back through the episode now. And the things I'm picking up on are mostly just a lot of the things that Envy is saying, you know, trying to trick Roy. Oh, you incinerated an innocent girl into ashes, meaning Ross. No, Roy didn't even kill Ross, and I said a lot of this during the episode, but it's just showing you where Envy's head at, you know, Envy's character constantly trying to twist the situation around, you know, just like how Envy does when he transforms into people, and the way he transforms into Hughes later on. I don't know why Envy thought that was going to work. Of course that's Envy. Why would Roy not attack you? Right? We know it's not Hughes, and given the way that Roy is right now, I don't think he's too bothered about all of that. And one of the other lines that has caught my attention here, and I could be overthinking, but it makes for a good theory, or maybe not a good theory if you really think about it, but when Roy and Hawkeye enter the room and they're talking about, damn, I remembered this room. Last time we were in it, Hawkeye, you were crying over me. I wish I could see your softer side more often. And now that I've been thinking more about what's actually could potentially happen with this situation, I don't want to think about it too much. I just see a bad situation happening between Roy and Hawkeye here. It's been alluded to, but Roy is such a good character. I really think if this is actually Hawkeye at the end of the episode who's pointing the gun at him, trying to say, like, you need to calm down potentially, that maybe things will be okay. Like, this show does a really good job of throwing you off the scent of things like this. And remember a few episodes ago, we saw Roy and Hawkeye in front of Hughes's grave, and it almost seemed like Hawkeye, you know, wanted to say something to make sure he was okay. I don't really know, but it might come back to something like Hawkeye saying, look, is this what Hughes would want? Would he want you to be acting like this? Like, I'm sure he would appreciate the vengeance, the revenge, but not in this way. I could talk about it for hours, but I'm really curious to see what happens with it. But I'll say it again, it's just not how I thought this confrontation was going to go. Like, Roy is throwing in cheap shots, as you should, by the way, when you're fighting a homunculus. But Roy is just flexing how much stronger he is, taking his time with it. I really thought that as soon as Roy found out that it was Envy, he would just snap and just do the deed, what needed to be done right then and there. This is not how I thought it would play out, and it's putting such an interesting twist on things, and it's all I can think about. There might be a few elements in this episode that I missed, but we really just paid attention to this whole Roy narrative, right? We started off the episode, you know, with Bradley and Roy's crew getting the word out to Amestris, putting Roy in a good light, and now we've had pretty much just this situation, right? The Roy and Envy situation. Nothing about Alphonse, Marco, Yoki, and Heinkel, that crew. May is now with them, and we're looking for Father in the tunnel. And I will draw attention again to all the pipes that are kind of like veins, and I really don't have just a lot to connect that to. Maybe he's like connected to Amestris, but I really hope we find out what happens with this next episode, right? Is it Hawkeye? Is it Envy? What are we thinking? What's the situation? And it's really interesting dealing with Ed these last few episodes as well, because he's just been stuck in this situation of, right, these zombies are still human souls. I don't want to kill them, but now Roy's killed them. Now I'm worried about Roy. We're about to meet Father. Like, it's just, Ed's going to come online at some point, but he's got a lot going on in his head right now, I'm sure. But I think that's going to do it for this one. Again, like I said, I could have missed things, but this is all that I can think about right now, this whole Roy situation. But usually what does happen is my memories will get triggered when certain things get brought up in future episodes. So I'm sure if I have missed anything, I'll be able to bring it up in future episodes. But that's going to do it for this one. Really crazy episode. The show is continuing to blow my expectations away and continuously just make me think about things I never thought I would have to. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me. It would help me out a lot. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. You know, I always appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.